I think the bakery is either it's the name of the family who owns it, or it's a pun. It's, you know what I mean? It's either a cute pun. That's the name of the bakery.
And bonus
or it's
if we
like
can do both.
Megisties or whatever. You know what I mean? Megisti, the name.
So is that
Yeah,
a
we all
last
know
name?
about
Is
that.
that a last
We
name?
like
all know
Flower
Megisty.
Power.
Flower Power.
F-L-O-U-R.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeast Meets West.
Yeast Meets West. Yeast Meets West is funny.
Yeast Meets West.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Town Show. We're here again. This is a show where every week, Mark, who's right there,
And Ryan.
and Ryan, who I am, continue to build our fictional town with the aid of a special guest, who you'll meet in a second.
Oh.
We'll meet the townsfolk, erect landmarks, and build lore all together through the aid of a voting system, which you'll find about later.
You'll find about later.
Did I ruin that with the...
No,
that's
not at all.
great.
Who do we have today, Ryan? Why don't you introduce? You've known this
I
person the longest out of the two of us.
I met this man when I was 17 years old. He took me under his wing. He gave me a life of improv comedy, which I'm still mad at him about. He is an improviser, an actor, an iconoclast, a local legend here in Vancouver, BC.
Bon vivant.
A bon vivant and a bouffon. A child of God or the devil or whatever. No, it's Tasman Cody Van Rassel.
Hello.
Here he is. We founded an improv group that Mark and I and Taz are all in called the
Yeah,
Service.
just Taz Van Rassel is
Taz,
my
you don't
stage name.
You don't want Cody in there?
Oh, that's fine. You said Tasman?
Oh.
You sound like one of my neighbors when I was a child.
Okay, I'm sorry.
well, we're going
Taz-
to get to that.
Okay.
We're going to get to the neighbors when
I
you
had
were
plenty.
a child.
Taz
Oh,
Van
my goodness.
Rassel. Taz Van Rassel. Say it 3 times in the mirror, and he'll appear. Like Bloody Mary or Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Taz Van Rassel, Taz Van Rassel, Taz Van Rassel. is
Happy to be here.
And I also just want to make sure we all know that producer Chris Kelly is here. He might chime in every once in a while,
In the room.
Mainly at the end.
mainly at the end,
For
taking
voting.
notes for voting purposes.
He keeps us honest. He reminds us about things we've already talked about, and he keeps us moving.
Yeah.
5'11", 190 pounds.
That's what we learned.
That's right. We went, before the mics were on, we went over everyone's height and weight. Like we were getting ready to do a fight, I guess.
Yeah.
Or draft.
Probably a draft.
Yeah.
I'm the
Taz.
tallest, but I have no mass.
Because you're 6'8"?
Yep.
Wow.
He's so tall.
Quite tall.
Slender man height.
Yeah. Taz, I do want to touch on this neighbor you talked about, but I think, here's what I think about you.
Yeah.
You grew up here in Vancouver.
I sure did.
And what was that like for you?
It was good. I mean, the first 5 years were in the West End. We had a place on Denman and Robson. Just off
we were
of Denman and
practically
Robson.
neighbors in different timelines.
Yeah.
Because I used to live on Jervis and Davie.
Okay. We were almost living together.
Yeah.
But in a wormhole.
Yeah. mhm.
Yeah.
So I didn't. I think I did know that, but I haven't quite digested that. So you grew up your first 5 years in the West End.
Yeah,
That's so
and I
cute.
barely it was the first 5 years, so I don't remember a lot.
Yeah.
But I remember going to Stanley Park a lot.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
And I remember one time a squirrel tried to bite my dad's nose.
How?
These are memories that I
No.
don't know if they're memories or they're things that have been told to me.
I call BS.
The nose part makes me feel like that it's become a family lore.
It was very funny.
Yeah.
I also remember our cat brought in a bat into the house, and it flew up and bit my dad between the eyes.
Okay, why is your
Wow.
dad keep getting bit on the face?
I don't know.
Well, to be fair, he was only threatened by the squirrel.
Yeah.
He almost. I feel like you walked in on him maybe having an affair with a squirrel. And he's like, oh, no, he's biting my nose.
And that's the memory that I have.
exactly.
Again, I don't remember the bat. I've been told.
But I know you as a Kitsilano boy, as a Kits boy.
Well, I have one more thing from the West End. Right?
Okay, great.
One thing I do remember,
Yeah.
is we would walk around the neighborhood, like Robson, and I remember there was a fish and chip place, and there was a guy who worked there called the Captain.
Oh.
And he had a captain's hat, and he would always wink at me. Like we
come
went
on.
there. We
Yeah.
went. We would get our fish and chips there, and
Yeah.
I was mesmerized with the captain, and I always tried to wink, but I couldn't wink.
It's hard to learn
hard to
to get when
wink.
you're a kid.
Yeah, I noticed Cosmo is trying to wink.
Yeah, that's my son.
Yeah.
He's
Do you talk? Is Cosmo part of the lore?
we've definitely brought him up.
We've talked about it
yeah,
before. Yeah.
he is learning to. He can wink.
Yeah,
he
he did it
successfully
to you,
winks
Ryan.
sometimes.
But remember, when you're a kid, you do kind of have to think about it. Like,
Yeah,
you kind
I
of
could
like,
scrunch
wait.
my face, but I couldn't wink, and I was always like, we're gonna walk by the captain. I gotta get rid. I remember like being kind of stressed out about it.
So
Yeah,
cute.
and then the captain bit your dad in the face.
Yeah, he did.
his cheek this time.
Mm.
So now that was the West End.
Yeah, then we moved to Kitsilano.
Kitsilano. That's where.
And-
Yeah, I know you from Kitsilano.
Yes,
And
Kitsilano
we here
boy.
in Vancouver, we call it Kits because we don't have time for Kitsilano.
And locals call it Catsilano.
they do.
Ah.
No, just for the festival.
I see. There's
There's
a
a
festival.
cat festival? Is there really?
Now, is that where the neighbor
Kitsilano. It's a
you were
music
about
festival.
you referenced earlier was in Kitsilano? Who
Well,
called
I
you
just
Tasman?
mean back in the day, I used to go by Tasman.
Right. That's your
That
full name.
was my full name.
Tasman.
And I changed it. I I guess. I don't know. I don't really remember, but I think at some point I was like, I'm Taz now. And I just said that, and it became the truth.
But no, I mean, surely people would have nicknamed you a little bit. I mean, Taz-
Maybe people were calling me Taz, but like friends and like family and then neighbors, like the people that knew me, that was my small world, was neighbors and my immediate family all called me Tasman.
Wow.
And then at school, I was like, no, I'm Taz, and I made it with a Z
Yeah.
or a Z, and it stuck.
It's stuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you don't remember the moment.
I don't
or
remember the moment,
the
but I remember like
impetus.
telling them to spell it that way.
That's what it is.
Yeah, because if they did it with an S, they'd say Tass,
Tass, which,
Right.
and I didn't like that.
But like sometimes people call you Tasman still. Like maybe the government calls you and they're like, "Hello, Tasman."
Yeah, if I'm waiting at like a passport office, like
Hi,
Tasman,
Tasman. Yeah, right.
next.
Next, Tasman.
Although it's a number system there, so that's not true.
Yeah, a bit of a lie.
Number
Yeah, that's a
48,
lie.
Tasman.
That's a lie.
That's just lying about the passport office.
Sorry, if anyone's following along, the passport, they use a number system.
Absolutely. No one's following along.
Now, Taz, take a sip of tea while I queue up this next question. Did you, in your neighborhood in Kits, whereabouts in Kits?
Like around First and Cornwall sort of area. I'm not going to give the exact address. My
Yeah.
mom's still there.
Oh, she's still there.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay. So in that area, was there any notable? We got the sea captain, which I mean, I don't even know why I'm asking for any other examples.
Yeah.
Any other like characters you grew up seeing around that area,
Any characters?
Local characters,
Well,
local flavor.
There was,
or even Vancouver local? You know, it doesn't have to be. In
there
the
was a
neighborhood.
man who I would see in the neighborhood all the time. And I don't know his name, but he often was holding an umbrella, and he was kind of dressed. He was dressed like kind of like formal, like sometimes a bow tie, sometimes a tie, and he was always walking around. And he was like very jaunty, and sometimes he'd walk by the school, and we'd be in the field, and he'd do a little like hey, like he'd
Like a little umbrella dance?
yeah, he'd like pump his fist
So
and like
many
walk
older men
by.
entertaining Taz.
Yeah, like
And we were,
questionably.
I was fascinated with this guy, but not in, like, I was like, this guy's a creep.
Yeah, right. You knew.
Like, this guy's weird, but
Yeah.
but it was like, we were a bit old. I was a bit older at that point, so now we were being mean, because children are mean.
Yeah.
And we don't, but I'd see him everywhere,
Yeah.
and he was just always like kind of walking around, and he didn't know who I was. So I wasn't like as scared of him that way, but I just like, oh, there's that guy again, and he was always walking around. Sometimes he had like a little suitcase.
Did you call him anything? Did you have a name for him? Did the kids have a
We
name
didn't
for him?
have a name for him, but I remember. I think I was the only one who was mostly clocking him, but I'd see him around.
I hope he was real.
Yeah, me too.
He
Could
was
be
real.
imaginary.
He was real. He
And
kind of looked like that guy. Do you know "Don't Worry, Be Happy" music video?
yeah,
you
yeah.
know- do you
Robin
know-
Williams is in it.
Yeah, and that other guy who can like do like he can do weird contortions with his face and
Yeah.
neck.
Yeah, he looked like that guy.
He looked like that guy.
I can picture that guy.
This
Yeah.
guy is very scary to me in
Yeah.
description. Doesn't
And-
sound
And he can
good.
do like funny walks.
Oh, this sounds terrifying.
That is pretty
I
scary.
don't know what his deal
Great
was.
guy.
but-
Yeah. I'm scared of that.
And
guy.
he had did you say he had a suitcase or a briefcase?
I feel like in my memory sometimes he had that, or he was holding something like
Yeah.
an umbrella or
a cane or a
some
body
sort
or a corpse.
yeah, could be. Yeah.
And he was on the grassy knoll.
Yeah. There's one other thing I'd like to talk about in Kitsilano. There was speaking of a grassy knoll, under the Burrard Bridge. There's like the berm.
I was going to ask you about this. That's my question.
You know the berm?
No, because you said you used to hang out under there.
Yeah, we used to bike around, our friends, and we used to hang out under that berm. Like we would go there, and it was like a secret
And just so we're on the same
spot.
page, a berm is like a mound of dirt.
No, it was like a little tiny little forest.
A little forest.
Okay. See now, because making a murderer.
Is that not what a berm is?
Well, they both could be true.
I think
but
both
in the television docuseries Making a Murderer,
Can we look up berm?
they kept
Yeah.
talking about a berm, and I was like, "What's a berm?"
Also, my dad was obsessed with his berm when I was growing up.
Oh, so what was his berm?
It was a mound of dirt that he planted things in.
Yeah, what do we got? What do we got, Chris? What is
All right,
it?
we got a flat strip of land, raised bank or terrace bordering a river or canal.
So mine is raised bank.
That was the
Yeah.
making because
Okay,
like
so-
It's a bit
a
of
car
both.
would disappear under the berm, and you
Yes.
couldn't see it.
So it's a little hill, essentially.
Yeah.
Berm, fun word to say.
So this is not where we were hanging
a
out.
thicket. Maybe you're describing
It was like a thicket.
No,
it was
I-
a very small forest.
Could be a berm.
No, it can still be a berm. You can have trees on top of the berm. It's
Okay.
the
Yeah.
land under it. So were there trees and was there a bit of a hill?
There was trees and like a little walking path, and then there was a center part of it.
Ooh.
And the center part is where the action was.
Okay, tell us about that.
Go on.
Well, we bike around there lots. One time I saw a man taking a shit, and I didn't. I almost ran into him on my bike.
It was the captain.
Then he winks. Hey.
I literally went around a corner, and there was just like an older man, like, oh, and like there was a festival happening. Like he'd clearly gone into the forest to be privately go to the bathroom. And I was like,
No.
No, come back, come back, come back.
I remember that, but
Is this
there
a
was
berm?
there was a center part of the berm or forest, and stuff would show up there. Like there was an old telephone, like a cash telephone, like a payphone,
Payphone, yeah.
like that had been ripped out and like thrown in there. So like burglars were taking things and putting them in there. There was a safe that was open.
Bermglers.
Burglars.
You found a full safe?
Full safe. It was open, but it was fascinating for us. Like we were kids. Like,
course.
whoa, and like parts of bikes and like stuff like that. So it was like clearly
A
like
dumping ground.
a dumping ground, but also like we shouldn't have been there because there was like criminals.
Well, for starters,
out.
and this grown men taking shit.
yeah,
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
you
was a
sound like you
different
were
time.
operating on different hours of the day, though. Like the criminals
yeah.
are
We
there
were
in
there
the
in
wee
the,
hours
in the
and you-
daytime.
You're doing the
just
morning
looking
shift.
around. Yeah.
Yeah. I want this type of thing I want there to be a secret berm where kids or adults
We
can
were
go
always
and-
looking for a fort. Was our main
classic.
focus
Yes,
as kids on
yes.
our bikes looking for a fort.
Yes.
If it was in someone's backyard, we didn't care.
Yeah. We
Right.
just wanted
They're
like
like, we need to make a fort.
a defensive position.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need a clubhouse.
I
Did
love
you
forts.
did you have getting away from the berm? Were there any little stores or like convenient stores that you would go that you would hang out at?
Any places that were convenient?
Convenient to you? That were a store.
Stores that may or may not be convenient.
Yeah, I had a corner store.
Okay, what was
There was
that?
a corner store right on the end of my block, and I remember once I would always be sent there to get groceries.
Yeah.
And
Loaf of bread, container of milk, a stick of butter,
thing of eggs.
a thing of eggs.
And I went once to get a carton of eggs and some ground beef.
Okay.
And on the way back, I dropped the carton or something. The eggs broke.
Oh, no,
And so in my little kid brain, I brought it back to them. And I was like, these broke. And they gave me new eggs.
Oh.
And I remember doing this. I was like, I looked at the ground beef like, this too? and the lady was like, just wiped it off. Like, no, it's fine.
You don't get new ground beef. But you're like pushing your luck. So
I guess,
cute.
yeah. Well, it's like,
Well, I also like another one of these.
this has all happened to me, so please. And they just kind of replaced it and
This
sent me
too?
on my way.
Oh,
That's really
because
sweet.
they're down for the community.
Yeah.
How old do you think you were when you were doing? You're older than 5.
I think, I was like but I was like wandering around pretty young, probably. So I was probably like 6,
Yeah,
That's cute.
going to the corner store. It was only a block away, and it was a different time.
It was.
I hope Cosmo can do that because we have a corner store and they know him very well. And so as soon as he's able, I am giving him cash and saying, "Come back with my cigarettes."
Nice.
I want to interject here. Taz, you're very near a kind of a legendary legion in that area.
Oh, the Billy Bishop.
The Billy
The Billy
Bishop.
Bishop
Oh.
Legion.
Yes.
Did you ever try and sneak in there as a teen?
Didn't
or
know about it
post-teen?
until I was an adult.
I see.
Didn't even know it existed until you did. Billy Bishop Goes to War.
Ryan did a play called Billy Bishop Goes to War.
Where I played Billy Bishop and 17 other characters.
Oh my goodness!
Who's Billy Bishop
Can you
for
do
our American
some
audience?
of the characters?
Billy Bishop was a Canadian flying ace who may or may not have shot down the Red Baron that we all know from Snoopy
Yeah, from
and
Snoopy.
Charlie Brown.
And for the record,
World War I.
was not on my Canadian test.
No. Mark just recently became a Canadian citizen.
I didn't mean to derail this conversation,
Whoa.
but yes, but
He was a biplane
So
fighter.
Snoopy wasn't on your Canadian test? Is that what you're saying?
Snoopy swore you in.
Snoopy swore me in.
Yeah.
He goes, Snoopy doesn't even have because Woodstock has like a little thing. Snoopy doesn't have anything.
Snoopy's like Harpo.
Yeah.
He's cool as a cucumber and doesn't need words. He's just a World War I flying ace.
He
Except in the comic strip, you can read his thoughts.
What's his stoner cousin who's got like the little mustache? You know
Spike.
is it Spike?
Joe Cool? No.
No, Joe Cool is a character Snoopy plays, but he does have a cousin from Needles,
Yeah.
California.
Who's got like a little
he's got a
mustache
hat.
and a hat.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
he's
that's Spike.
he's a country.
Kind of like Hunter S. Thompson-esque too. a
I
little
think.
bit.
I could be
He's got
wrong.
like a bunch of relatives, and they're always freeloading with Snoopy.
Yeah, they are. They are living on his house.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Billy Bishop, Canadian flying ace, World War I.
Biplane?
Biplane for sure. Fired a Lewis gun. That was the gun he fired.
Is that a gun that's timed to go through the propeller of the front of the plane?
I'm not sure they had that. The Fokkers had that, but the English just had like guns, and they had to make sure they didn't shoot the propeller. Just had straight up just a gun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just on the Fokkers, another thing. I remember from being a kid, did any of you collect those planes? Like they were like warplanes that you could assemble, and they were made out of like styrofoam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the Fokker was the one that I always wanted because it sounded like fucker.
Yeah, it did sound like
And then you collect, and there was like 18 different ones, and then you just throw them around on the field.
vaguely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that reminded me of that.
I want to get some. We'll get some Fokkers in this town. What
Great
is
transition.
what is the
I want to get some.
what's
Fokkers in this
the lore of this Billy Bishop Legion? Why was it famous?
It's just cool. Like it's like
It's
in a
very
house
cool.
essentially.
It's like a tiny
so
basement.
small. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's everything you want a legion to be,
Or a
you
dive
know what
bar
I
to
mean?
be.
Like
Yeah.
darts and a piano, and you know, it's sort of a
It's in between houses, so it's just literally in a neighborhood.
hole in the wall.
Yeah.
So you grew up in bit on the West End, then you kind of did your formative years in Kits, and then now you live not there anymore. Did you live anywhere else as like a kid or a teen or
No, same place.
same place?
Yeah.
But
Great.
you've toured around a lot. You've been to lots of small towns.
I
and
have toured extensively through BC.
yeah,
Yes.
small town BC.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything before we move on to the pitching? Anything you remember from your touring of small towns in BC?
My touring of small towns. I never really know. Like, I don't remember the names.
Yeah.
Of the town, but there's one town that has a lot of chainsaw art.
Okay, is that Hope?
No, it's farther.
Okay.
It's somewhere. I'm sure you're googling it right now.
Yeah, could you get on a chainsaw art small town, not Hope?
And they have like it's some of the chainsaw art is like super topical. It's like it's a transformer, and it's just
Whoa.
very funny.
I mean, that's
hilarious.
intricate
like,
thing to do with
here's
a
a
chainsaw.
Smurf, and like it's all very like pop culture. some of it, and then some of it is like a whale.
Chainsaw art is great because it takes gasoline to make the art.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's like oh, here's this like folksy
Yeah.
thing.
You had to fill a tank of gasoline
Yeah.
to make it work.
It's in the town of Chetwynd.
Oh, Chetwynd, yes.
Chetwynd.
What were you doing in
Great
Chetwynd?
name.
Touring through doing
School tour?
improv for children.
Nice.
Yes, but funny fact, my grandparents used to live in Chetwynd.
Oh,
Oh,
I just know the name.
so
interesting.
you never visited them in Chetwynd?
I don't think so. No, they also lived in Chase
Only CH words.
Yeah.
and Prince George.
Prince
Manus
George.
and Chint George.
in Trinch George. Okay, great. Now, Taz, we got that's a great backdrop on
Yeah.
which to draw from.
Mark, can I interrupt you for 1 second? Just going back to Billy Bishop.
Yeah.
Right. One of my favorite stories from you doing that run is when you were unpatriotic and a man got angry at you. Could you briefly tell that story?
We don't have to spend too much time on it, but there was a part of the show where I was directed to. So I unfurled a Union Jack on the stage. I can't. Saying it now is like, of course, someone would find this objectionable. But I was young, and my director had this image of unfurling the Union Jack, and then eventually I was like, and then I got to England, and I walked on the Union Jack.
Oh,
And
that's a no for
everyone.
any flag.
I mean, for anyone, right? I mean, but like F patriotism, honestly. Like, let's like jingoism or whatever, nationalism, who cares? But at the time, I will admit, we absolutely, all of us, should have known better.
And so what? Somebody got mad at
So
you?
one day, I was doing the play as normal, walking all over the Union Jack. Just
Dancing
like
atop the
clocking
Union
in, putting on boots, and walking on the flag. The person in the audience was like, "Get your damn boots off the flag!" And I did.
And then you did?
Well, I was like, well, yeah, okay. I mean,
That's
this
a
man's
shocking-
yelling at me, and I'm in the middle of the show. So I got off, and then I had an argument with him in the lobby. Now I think he honestly was in the right but he also, I was mad at him for interrupting the play, and I went out to confront him, and then he got into some really weird shit. So he was a weirdo.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't have been walking on the flag. So we it's a tie.
I like you're and also you didn't just like, I'll just hang out in the green room. You're like, I'm going out and talking to this man.
I went and found him and got into an argument with him as a 21-year-old hot-headed, like, I didn't ruin my play.
Nice.
Anyways, no one, and then we just got locked in mortal combat of not making any good points.
I love that, like, you're like, I'm doing a play. And he's like, I went and saw your play. And then you guys are in a fight. It's such a gentle thing to be in a fight about.
Well, thank you, Ron.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
So
Ultimately, he was right.
May I, Taz?
You may.
Thank you. No, this is equal opportunity. No one's driving this ship.
Except the captain.
Except for the captain.
Wink.
Well, we know it can't be Taz. He can't wink.
No, still can't.
So we have our town. We have things we could tell you, but how we normally just like to do this is to just I want to hear any kind of character you would like to see in our town, and then we can start filling some things in and around that. But do you have a character to talk to us about?
To pitch.
Yeah, I was thinking of and this is kind of relatable now to me, but a man who is being kind of publicly shamed.
Yes.
For stealing from a local bakery.
Oh, okay.
So and the local bakery has just recently set up self checkout.
Okay.
So is this man? He like they know that he has been stealing. Like it's kind of common knowledge.
He got caught.
Okay.
He got caught charging one muffin when he had two in the bag.
Yeah.
And Taz,
This
did
is
this
very
happen
relatable.
to you?
I think about this often when I do it. Like, what if I got caught? How embarrassing.
Yeah. They print a picture of you and put it up at the door.
How
like,
embarrassing.
Yeah.
I would feel just like, oh,
you're a thief.
God.
They'd say, you're a thief.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay, I love this.
Yes.
I think and
Like
what's
petty theft.
Can we talk a little bit about the bakery?
Yeah.
Is it
I think it's like a beloved,
Yes.
like family-owned bakery that's trying to like upscale. They've like, business is good. And they're like, you know what? We're going to do a self-checkout. It's not because we want to get rid of anyone, but actually, like maybe their daughter's going to school
Yes.
or something. I don't know. Like,
I think the bakery is either it's the name of the family who owns it, or it's a pun. It's, you know what I mean? It's either a cute pun. That's the name of the bakery.
And bonus
or
if
it's
we
like
can do both.
McGisty's or whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? McGisty, the name.
So
we
is
all
that
know.
a
Yeah, we
last
all know
name?
about
Is that a
that.
last
We're
name?
like
all know
Flower
McGisty.
Power.
Flower Power.
FLOUR.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
Yeast Meets West.
Yeast Meets West. Yeast Meets West is funny.
Yeast Meets West.
I mean, that's it.
People just coming in and being like, I didn't know what this was. I'll be leaving.
And like, are you from the East? Are they? Maybe they're of Slavic or Russian
Well,
descent.
it has to be called Yeast Meets West. There's no way.
Yeah, it's Yeast Meets West.
Maybe if you wanted to get into the backstory too, it could be like maybe one of the kids has taken over the business and they're trying to like make it more tech
Make it
savvy.
more
That's why they
modern.
brought in the
upgrade
thing.
things.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
And that-
but I still like them being beloved.
Oh,
Yes,
by
that
everyone.
absolutely. But it gives them internal, a little internal dynamic
Like,
of
that's a
conflict.
separate- yeah, that's a
where like
separate
the
thing.
kids are like
Trying to bring into-
the parents are like, "What are you doing? You're ruining Yeast Meets West."
Yeah. And the town is like, how could you possibly steal from Yeast Meets West?
Yeah. And like when people come to the town and they're first told the name of the bakery, like the townsfolk, it's so normal that they're like, oh yeah, oh you know who makes the best? I mean, the best muffins in town are in Yeast Meets West.
I'll meet you at Yeast Meets West.
Yeah.
It does not flow.
No, it's really
Yeast
hard to
Meets
say.
West.
And
You
then
really
they-
have to think about it.
There's
And
so many S's.
Maybe they never shortened it because I thought it'd be funny just that you shorten it to
Oh no,
yeast.
people in town know it as Yeast Meets West.
Yeast Meets
Yeast Meets
West.
West.
Oh, is that the regional dialect that
Yeast
they
Meets
speak?
West.
Yeah. Yeast Meets West.
Yeast Meets West.
Okay, so this guy,
Sorry, I just want to pause there for a second. You don't see a lot of independent self-checkouts at local.
Really
that's the
good point.
interesting
That's
thing.
what's interesting. So they would have sunk some money into this for the
Yeah.
operating system, for
Yeah.
the hardware.
I mean,
you
they're,
know?
they're like the kid who took it over, whoever it is. They're like, well, for a year long to pay an employee.
Exactly.
gonna-
Oh yeah, and maybe the kid who took it over fired a couple beloved.
Okay, so
employees.
maybe they're not as beloved.
Well,
Well,
he's not.
He's not.
Right.
But
But the bakery
Yeast
still has
Meets
its-
West is.
The bakery has its like 30 years, 50 years of good standings, you know. So it's maybe in it's in trouble now with this. But
That's great. I love that storyline.
but then somebody stealing from Yeast Meets West is its own story and is bad.
Yeah.
I want to see a scene real quick, and Taz, I think you should play the guy who stole from Yeast Meets West.
Does he have a name or?
Well, that's up to you.
Okay.
And I'll play the kiosk.
Okay,
So there'll be some vocal cues in the kiosk.
Ryan
So
will
you're
be-
just a robot?
Yeah, I'm the robot that you're dealing with.
Okay.
and I'll be an employee who is going to soon be let go.
Is this the moment I get caught?
I think let's back it up a bit. This is the time you don't get caught.
Okay.
And then we'll do the time you do get
And
caught.
who are you? Sorry.
I just wanted to cast myself in the scene, so I'm just an employee that's there.
Okay, so there are people there.
Yeah, but it's not completely empty.
You're a baker.
I could be a baker.
Nice.
That makes sense.
Nice.
I think that makes sense at a bakery. Thank you, Taz. Okay, so I'll start the scene.
Okay.
Making baked rolls.
Ring, ring.
Welcome. Hi.
Oh, hi. I don't usually see you out front.
Oh, yes, I was just going back to the back. Now we have a new self-checkout, so you just get your things and check yourself out. Yeah.
Huh.
I'm going to leave.
Well, welcome. Sorry. Welcome. I tried to do the breathing thing.
but he's already at the self-checkout?
Oh no, he's not there yet. I'll give me a
Yeah,
few seconds to think of the
bit more
voice.
preamble.
Yeah, and I'm going to be
okay,
another
great.
employee who comes in because I don't want to do that voice anymore.
Okay.
'Cause I used to be able to do a speak and spell thing when I breathe in, but I can't do it
You
anymore.
just got to breathe in.
Welcome.
Hello, how are you?
I'm not going to do it. I can't do it anymore.
Okay.
I've lost that register.
Do. Oh, hi, Bill.
Oh, Sarah.
Yeah,
Hi.
good to see you.
Yeah, I thought you went away to. You were off at school.
Yeah, didn't work out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's okay.
None of my business. That's fine.
No, I don't mind talking about it. It's fine. It just didn't work out.
Okay.
And I'm actually really glad to be back here.
Oh, good. Know your limits.
Exactly.
Good work.
Exactly. They, by the way, I don't know if you've tried the cookies I made. Those ones over there, they're so good. They're
Macaroons?
die for. Yeah, they're really good.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna go to
I'm
the
just here
self-checkout
for a morning glory muffin.
Oh.
As per usual.
Of course, I should have known. Okay, let's go to the self-checkout. Got my 2 cookies.
Hello.
Hello.
Please place baked goods on my weight scale.
Your weight scale. Okay, there we go.
Weight scale broken. Please clue in how many cookies you have.
Oh, I guess I could just do anything. Okay.
Sorry, Sarah,
have
can I
1, 2,
interrupt for a second?
Yes.
You said you made these cookies?
No, that they made.
Oh, I thought you said you made them.
No, I wish.
And I was like, I didn't know
Type
Sarah...
in cookie amount
Oh,
or
let's see.
transaction
Oh,
done.
sorry.
3 cookies.
Very aggressive.
3 cookies registered. Pay now.
Okay.
Question
yes.
mark.
Yes. Answer yes. And I'll just take out.
Please
Debit.
insert card.
Here's my card.
It doesn't seem to know how many items you have. You have to tell it.
The weight scale's broken, so you have to tell it. Okay. Here we
Printing out receipt.
go. All right.
Thank you for coming to Yeast Meets West.
Thank you. Well, it was good to see you, Bill.
Yeah, good to see you, Sarah.
Bye.
Weight scale's broken already. It just introduced this machine. Okay.
Hello, please place baked
I'm
goods
still
on.
picking what I'm going to get. Thank
Okay.
you. Morning Glory Muffin.
I'm just in the background, so you can't talk to me.
And cookies are pretty small. Just one under here. Okay. Hello.
Please place baked goods on the weight
Already
scale.
done.
Weight scale is broken. Please clue in how many baked goods you are buying.
Clue in?
Key in. Type in.
Is this
Type.
Are you AI?
No.
I feel like you're learning as you go.
I am here to serve you baked goods at Yeast Meets West.
Okay. Great. 1 muffin.
1 muffin charging now. Here is your receipt. Clue in your credit card
Oh, it's only credit card?
or debit.
Okay.
Thank you for your service. Come again to Yeast Meets West.
All right. Oh, that was easy.
And he steps outside. And he goes outside. He walks down the street. And he passes by a captain who winks at him.
Hey, there's my boy.
Oh, God.
Aye.
Okay.
Give me a wink back, wouldn't you? It's bad luck
sure-
for the sea if you
Sure
don't
would
wink.
like to.
Come on
Okay.
now.
I'm going to try.
Arr, yeah. Oh, disappointing as always.
Okay, now we've established
Yeah. What's
that,
my name?
that Bill,
Bill.
That's such a name, that Bill
Those are great names.
Sarah.
and Sarah know each other.
And there's maybe something going on there a little
Seemed
bit?
something, there was a bit of
know,
a
I
thing.
she's
thought
been-
you worked at the bakery. I was confused.
Sarah, so what's confusing is Sarah did have a small part-time shift at the bakery.
She has
once
worked
upon a
at the
time. She
bakery,
wasn't. She's
yeah.
not working anymore, and that's why she has like this like vested interest. I mean, everybody does at Yeast Meets West. They love talking about the things there. So Bill bought one muffin and stole 2 cookies.
Just one.
Just one. Okay.
Underneath.
Underneath.
It's like you put it in the bag, you put it underneath.
But we know now that you can get 1 over or 2 over or how many over on this machine.
As long as the scale's broken.
the weight scale.
yeah. Whole Foods, no scale.
You like so you don't weigh any produce at Whole Foods?
No, you just put in how many muffins you got.
Okay. So
I just
now-
wanted to say I love the singing baker. I know we're
Oh,
not at
love the
this
singing baker.
point in time yet, but
Okay. Okay.
Love the singing.
Okay. Well, he'll
I love that guy.
All right. Now, we have to see. Okay. Actually, I want to see Bill at home enjoying his cookie, and something else happens. Unrelated or unrelated, but we'll just get a little bit more about Bill's deal and who else.
Cool. I
who
live
else Bill-
alone.
Who else Bill knows? Let's find out.
Okay. Let's go in blind.
Yeah. We're going blind. Okay. So here we go.
Oh, hold on. I locked it from the inside. Hold on.
Taz brought his own Foley.
Hey.
Hi. Sorry to do this on a Sunday night, Bill, but
Hey, come in.
No, okay.
Come in.
Can I come in too?
Yeah, my son's here.
Oh, yeah. Come in, guys.
It's cold out today.
Yeah, shh.
Hey, do you want some cookie? I'm just dividing
No,
it
you
up.
should keep the cookie for yourself. We're here with bad news.
Okay.
I'll have some.
Yeah, sure. Here,
Okay,
buddy.
can my son? Okay, have
Yeah,
my-
of course.
We're raising.
Are you allergic to tree nuts?
Yes.
No,
No, I'm not. Oh, I didn't hear what you said. No. I'm fine.
Oh, good.
Are these from Yeast Meets West?
They are. Yeah, that's a macaron.
we're raising your rent.
What?
I'm
you,
sorry.
You can't legally do that.
No, we can.
Nope.
No, we can.
No, you can't.
The captain said I could.
The captain.
Look,
I'm just the building manager. I'm not.
is this because I didn't wink properly?
No, it has nothing to do with anything. It's just I'm not in charge
Nothing
of.
to do with anything.
He's the messenger.
Look, I'm just the messenger. This is my son.
Yeah, I know your son.
I'm son of messenger.
Yeah.
I'm the building manager. I'm not the owner.
Gunny, can you give us a second?
I suppose. Can I go play with Rufus?
Yeah, the roof's open.
Okay. Rufus!
Wait.
Rufus is on the roof.
I know. I gotta talk about what is Rufus.
yeah.
Maybe I want to see this.
It's pigeons that I keep on the roof.
Oh, cute. Okay, we'll go to that.
Sorry,
in a
his
second.
name is Gunny.
Gunny's the
His
son.
name's Gunny.
Great name.
That's a perfect
Really
name.
good name.
And name me too.
I'm Bill.
And name me in this. Say my name and then go into what you want to say. Okay, great.
Sallow,
Yeah.
what's really going on here?
Look,
Talk to me.
I think maybe they're trying to get people out of the building so they can renovate.
Don't grab my middle like that.
Okay. Where can I grab?
You don't need to grab
Well,
anything.
where can I grab?
It's just right away you grab the. It's kind of it made me feel vulnerable.
I'm sorry. It's just I wanted to really tell you how important this message
Yeah,
was.
I understand. You can do that with eye contact.
Okay. I think
Mm-hmm.
that they might be angling to get all the longtime residents out so they can sell the building or
Rent
get.
eviction?
Well, that's
Oh
not.
no, just eviction.
I kind of just want to like maybe make it so bad
Oh,
and make you so mad that you want to get out of here.
Gunny.
Mr. Harris? Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris.
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
Rufus. It's Rufus.
What?
He got away.
No, he's a homing pigeon.
He's
He'll come back.
fine. He's fine.
I leave the cage open. He can come and go as he pleases.
Gunny is 39 years old.
I know.
Okay, well, now that we know this,
Sallow.
so Bill has raised his rent. Bill, you called him Mr.
Harris.
Bill Harris.
Bill Harris.
Sallow and
That's
Gunny.
someone famous, right?
Sallow and
Sounds like
Gunny,
it.
who are the building managers who lives in the building.
Yeah.
I love Sallow and
Yeah.
Gunny.
And-
But like you got this pressure, this financial pressure now.
Oh,
The
so
rent's being raised.
Gotta save money on cookies.
You know?
And
Yeah.
the captain is raising the rent.
He owns the
Now
building.
I said that off the cuff, but I guess it's part of what we're going to vote on. But the captain is also a person who owns the building.
He's the landlord.
He's the landlord.
He's the land
And
baron.
but I kind of missed. He's just trying to scoop people out so he can sell.
He's kind of
Sallow-
like Belfour Properties. In
Sallow
Vancouver.
kind of wants the longtime residents out so he can either raise the rents or renovate
Yeah,
it.
a lot of. It's very topical for Vancouver.
It is.
Oh yeah, great. So
Nowhere else is this happening.
now this is wonderful. Now before we get to the moment that
We
we're
really hope the singing baker catches him.
before we get there, I don't want to go directly there. I want to know if there's any kind of landmarks or pieces of town that you thought about that might be
Yes.
fun to add. So why don't we start talking about that a little bit, then we'll come back
Nice.
to
The big reveal.
the big reveal.
Cool. And you want me an idea or a memory?
It could be either.
It's a bit of both.
Okay, great. Let's just do that.
In Kits, by Kits Beach, there used to be a locomotive engine
Oh, okay.
that was just in the parking lot.
Okay. So was it on display?
It was on display. You could climb on it.
Nice.
And it was just.
And it was a real.
It was
used
in
to
the
be
parking lot
working.
in the median. Like,
It used to be
kind
a
of thing.
working locomotive.
Yeah, and it was like, and it looked nice. And I remember it as a kid. Was it the Royal Hudson? Is that right?
I'm looking it up.
Okay. And I've seen that in other towns too, where it's just like, I don't know, here's a locomotive.
That's
Park
great.
that in the parking lot. Let
And
the kids
so-
run around on it.
So pulling that into our town, which has yet to be named, and we'll take any pitches. Is this? Would you want this set in? Do you want this particular locomotive in a parking lot? Do you want it near the beach? You said this was near Kits Beach.
Well, it makes me think of it would be fun if the history of the train, it was like the last train that was robbed by like a famous robber, which makes me
nice.
think about, I think in Merritt, who's that guy, the Silver Fox
Billy Miner?
robber? Is it not? Is it Billy Miner?
Maybe he was a robber,
Yeah.
but he might have been a
Having
bank
Chris work
robber.
overtime on this fantastic though.
But he would. There was a train robber who was like famously like settled, I think, in BC, and like his last heist, or maybe it was Banks.
Yeah, Billy Miner.
Billy Miner.
So Billy
yeah.
Miner was a
But it
train
doesn't have to
robber.
be that guy.
Yeah, no, it'll be our own person.
Big day for Ryan and and Billy's. Billy Bishop,
know.
Billy
Yeah.
Miner.
Yeah. So they did this last train robbery, and then for some reason the government or whoever got a hold of the train.
Retired the train.
And they were like, and because his name or their name became so famous, this train is now locked in historic lore.
Right.
yeah, it is like a Robin Hood kind of robber. So people were in.
And it's like possible that that's not even a related train. Like,
oh yeah, it could be.
Yeah, it could be another.
Who
not
knows?
necessarily
Yeah.
the train.
Yeah,
but
people do
looks,
that.
It looks the part.
Towns do that all the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is historical. It's
Yeah.
not at all.
This is where Billy the Kid had his first kiss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, what's the name of the robber that robbed this last train in our town?
We don't know yet.
we don't have a name yet.
Okay.
It's based on Billy Miner.
Stye.
Okay, great.
Stye something.
Stye first name?
Stye's his first name.
Stye Sturgeon?
Stye Sturgeon's
Sturgeon.
great. And then I'll do a third name.
Okay.
Stye Sturgeon Principled.
So are we going to do a scene about like a tour of the train or
Yeah. Or maybe
like people enjoying the train or
I think that sounds good.
someone reading a plaque?
So the plaque is there. Somebody will read the plaque for sure. My instinct was to do a scene with Stye Sturgeon Principled, but I think that we should keep it
Well, what if I push a button and we hear like a voice actor doing,
perfect.
you know?
Okay. So, there'll be a group of friends or family. We can just figure it out, and they are around the train.
Come on, Dad.
Oh, yeah, you get up there.
No, you gotta help me.
Okay, here you go.
This is
Get
why I
up.
didn't have kids.
It's okay.
Hey,
Pushing too hard on my butt.
Just you should move your legs.
Pushing too hard on my butt.
Okay.
Where do you get the energy to keep up with this little guy?
He's the energy. He's
Don't
the
put
teacher.
your finger near my butt.
Okay,
Dad.
well, I'm
you know
just
what?
trying to help you up on the
I'm
train.
just an uncle, and I will.
You're not just an uncle. You're a junkle.
That's right.
Just an uncle.
Just an uncle.
Okay, get up there. Okay, yeah, have some fun. You know what, Tyler? This train has some historical significance. Do you want to hear about it?
Shut up, Dad.
Okay. Well, I'm going to push this plaque here, and
You're
we're going to.
fucked.
I am not fucked. I'm close to fucked.
How do you not just get mad?
Well, because he's right. I am actually going through like a big. I could go to jail.
I know.
I could go to jail.
He
I've
knows?
embezzled. Yeah, he. Of course, I tell my Tyler everything.
What's Bonnie gonna do?
Bonnie,
Yes,
she's gonna try to break me out.
she's gonna try to break you out of jail.
Yeah, Tyler, keep going.
Nothing moves.
All right, I'm pressing the button.
Let's hear what's going on with this train locomotive. This is going to be interesting, Tyler.
Hello and welcome to the historic reenactment of Stye Sturgeon Principled's Last Heist. What you see before you is the old gray gecko, the original locomotive that was in fact heisted by Stye
What is this?
Sturgeon
Oh, it's just
Does it start
Principled.
again if I push the button?
Yep.
Hello and welcome to a historic rendition of the last heist of Stye Sturgeon Principled.
Push it again. I think it might be live.
What? Hello. What you see before you is we are going
someone's-
to get
There's
into.
a man behind
someone's-
the
yeah.
grill.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm just a guy with my son and my brother. Who's
I got him.
Yeah.
Let go of me.
Tyler, Ty.
He's biting me.
I'm strong.
Tyler's quite strong.
I'm gonna get inside your pants.
Look, stop it. Get away.
He'll do it.
I'm
He'll
in.
do it.
Look,
I'm in.
I'll come clean. I stole the recording device in here and I was caught and I just was trying to just do the thing so I could get away with it.
I stole his wallet. This is Stye Sturgeon Principled.
What?
I am Stye Sturgeon Principled.
But that guy was alive in 1899.
And he's still alive today.
You?
Give me my wallet.
Is it you?
Yeah.
Yes, it's me.
How are you still alive? You must be 100 and what?
Well,
Let's do the math. 1899.
Well, that was the last heist.
So in 1999,
I was
would
an
have been-
old man of 30 when I did that last heist.
Okay, so you're 30 in 1899.
So plus-
130 in 1999
So yes, so plus 25 years,
would be
155.
You're 155 years old.
Well, I've gone through some sort of
Can I do
cryo
iPad?
chamber.
Yeah. Here, do the iPad.
So yes,
Yeah, he doesn't care. This is the most incredible thing that anyone's ever seen.
and I wanted to get back to my train, my last heist. I stole the recording device because I got so many things wrong, and I wanted to tell the story, how it actually was. And then you found me out because this little pea brain
Hey.
kept pushing buttons.
Hey.
I'm
Hey.
sorry.
Hey. You say that one more time, and I will destroy you.
Buddy, I will heist the fuck out of you.
I put you on the dark web.
Oh, I'm already there.
What do you know so much about the modern world?
I've been alive 155 years. Now I'll just take my wallet and I'll be gone.
Whoa.
Wow.
Just like Vampire Lestat.
Hey, what happened? I'm the uncle.
Where were you, Jerry? Where were you?
I was,
You doing coke?
yeah.
Yep.
So that's great.
So that exists in the town.
It now exists. I love the Locomotive.
Yeah.
I also
that's
love
fun.
that Stye is still around.
Yeah, we have,
Hiding in the-
Stye haunts us.
yeah. And to be clear, I was getting in your pants from the cuff.
no, I didn't know that.
I was crawling into your pants
didn't know
underneath through an open cuff.
Oh, you're-
wriggling in. I wasn't getting in your pants.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
mean, I didn't think that you were like.
Yeah.
It just sounded like you were just like talking about what you were doing,
Right.
Yeah.
in a not sexually abusive.
What do
way.
you guys think that guy was doing? Write into us. Let us know how he was getting in his pants.
That
what
guy?
side
I
of
was
the
a
pants?
kid.
A kid.
What
yeah.
side of the pants did you envision in your brain? Okay, so the Locomotive is a thing. Now we have to go back to the bakery.
That's right.
So we're back at the bakery. It's a few days later, and I don't want to give too much info, but maybe this has happened. This isn't the second time, I want to say, that he started doing.
The
this.
kinda
stealing.
Yeah.
This
got
should be
used
the
to it.
confrontation.
Yeah,
This
well,
should
this
be
is absolutely the
getting
confrontation,
caught.
but I don't think it's just the second
But he's
time.
kind of been getting into a rhythm, maybe. He's got his
Oh,
motivation.
it's too comfortable.
He's too comfortable.
Very
Yeah.
relatable,
Yeah,
Ryan.
okay. Yeah.
And
He's got-
I think Sarah should be there. We'll have
Yes.
we'll have the guy, and we'll have
so
some
shameful.
tension.
we'll have
Oh
the.
my God.
Oh, yeah, in front of this person. Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
So here we go.
Making my things as fresh as can be. Diddly-daddly, boodly-baddly. I make rolls, I make cakes, I make cookies, and they bake. And a doodly-baddly. Hello.
Hey.
Diddly-bap-a-doot-a-doot-a-doot-a-doot. Help yourself to anything.
Yeah,
And
just-
remember, we have a self-checkout. Good to see you again.
Just the usual.
Oh, doot-dee-dat-dee-doodly-dat.
Grab this.
Oh hey,
Oh, Sarah. Hi.
hey.
How's it going? You settled back in?
Settled back in, doing my thing. I'm doing. So I didn't actually tell you everything. I'm following my dreams.
Good.
And I am going to be doing. It's my therapist said to just say what it is.
Okay, you don't have to. Okay.
No, say
But-
it. I'm a therapist. Say it.
Thank you.
Oh, he's right behind you.
Yes, thank you, Gilson.
I have to go.
Bye, Gilson. I am following my dreams of being a singer-songwriter, and I'm doing a show tonight. And it would be really
Wow.
special for me if you could be there. Now, I understand it's short notice, but I would love it if you came.
I would love to be there
You know where it is? I'll give you a hint. You're here right now.
at the bakery.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeast Meets West. It's in the back where they have the little chairs, and it's going to be a little event. And I already have 15 people coming.
wow. What's your style?
Do you know that? Do you know Jewel?
Yeah.
Opposite.
Opposite of Jewel. So electric guitar.
Electric guitar. And
Or I guess it would be, what's the opposite of a guitar? Electric bucket?
Electric.
Electric drum?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Well,
you tell me. I don't.
I hope just to do my music and let it speak for itself.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Thank you.
Good for you. Are you on Bandcamp?
I am in SoundCloud.
Great.
So
Okay.
yeah, and I have a little EP for sale.
I'll look up some of your stuff ahead of time so that I can not sing along, but hum along. Like,
Oh my
know
God!
the words. You
If
know
you
what I mean?
sang
I hate it
along,
when people
that would
sing along at
make,
concerts.
but
I
it
hate
would
that
make
shit.
my day.
I can't stand it.
Really?
Yeah, it bothers me.
Yeah.
Because we all
'Cause-
paid money to hear you sing,
Yeah.
not everyone else sing.
I don't
And put
know.
your damn phone down.
Well, put your phone down for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, it's just.
Anyways,
ridiculous.
great to.
Yeah.
I'll
What
be
are you
there.
What are you getting
I'll
today?
be there. Just one muffin.
Okay. Well, actually, on my bicycle, I have something I'd like to give you. So maybe I'll just wait for you.
Oh. Okay. Is that an e-bike?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
What kind?
It's a rad power bike.
Rad power bike. Cool.
Yeah.
I've seen those around, and I've been thinking about it.
You should take a spin on
I've
it.
been thinking about getting rid of the car and just going
Why don't-
full electric.
Why don't you come out and I'll show you how to work it. It's not that complicated, and you can take a spin on it.
Okay,
And
let
then I
me
can give you the
just,
thing that I have on it.
Check out here.
Please place baked goods on the weight scale.
Just good.
Weight scale
no
is
plural.
broken. Please punch in how many baked goods you are getting.
Just one muffin.
Weight scale is not broken. We have fixed it. Culprit. Culprit.
What?
Culprit.
What's going on?
I don't know. This is,
Let me see that. You have
Culprit.
6 cookies and a muffin?
Culprit.
that's something I must have grabbed the wrong bag.
Culprit. Police
Grab
have
the
been
wrong
called.
ba-
Police have been called.
What do you mean?
Bill.
No, you don't have to call the
Police
police.
have been called.
That's
Please
ridiculous.
place your hand.
What's
Don't call the
going
police.
on?
Please place your hand.
Lock
called-
the doors.
Don't call the police.
He's hitting me.
What?
He's hitting me.
Bill,
This is not what it looks like.
so you just don't pay for stuff? Because you just feel like you just need to just take it for free?
I've kind of fallen into a pattern.
How long has this been going on, Bill?
I don't know.
I asked Bill.
Oh, I'm the a little machine guy.
Yeah. About 3 months. Sarah, where are you going?
I thought I knew you.
No.
And I thought something special was going on.
No, this is this is like
Goodbye.
it's fast.
And then he gets arrested or
And publicly shamed.
publicly
Yeah, yeah.
shamed.
Like maybe his pictures put up around town, or he just goes around. It's just
I think
like,
he's banned from Yeast
He's
Meets West.
def-
maybe a
definitely banned from
Facebook,
Yeast Meets
And that's
Facebook
where Sarah's
Messenger
big
board or
show
something,
is.
or
Oh, and it's on Facebook.
like
It's
some sort of neighborhood board. or
yeah,
something.
everyone knows. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
publicly
And
shamed.
there's only one bakery in town.
Well, let's quickly
You can't
see.
go back.
Like maybe he's walking by the Locomotive. Locomotive doesn't have to play into this, or can, and we just see like what it's like to be publicly shamed for Bill.
You piece of shit.
Okay.
You piece of shit.
There's that
Yeah.
worthless piece of shit.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to fuck you up if you don't get the fuck out of here.
Get out of our town.
Honestly, if you add up all the goods, it's like
Honestly? Honestly? You want to use the word honestly?
it's like
Ron,
$25.
Don't
max.
strike him.
I'll
Don't
strike
strike
you.
him.
Please don't.
I'll strike him.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God. You're worthless. You're worthless. You steal from a bakery?
I'm the captain, and I'm not gonna wink at you no more.
He's a land baron. He's the villain here.
Who are you looking at?
the
captain.
captain.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about?
Only
I just got here. What's going on?
You're not part of this.
No, I just got here.
Okay, yeah. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't want to fill you in. It makes me uncomfortable already.
I'm a judge. I'm your judge.
What?
I'll be judging you when you're...
You shouldn't be talking to me outside of the court.
I don't care. My bailiff isn't here.
Your Honor,
It's a conflict of interest.
this is a
for
mistrial.
sure.
I'm moving for a mistrial.
What?
No.
My defendant can't be confronted
you're
by
my-
the
you're my
judge.
I will
Sure.
not do a court of law in front
Next
of the
to
locomotive.
a famous locomotive. You can't do that.
I can
Great
do whatever the
gecko.
hell I want.
Permission to approach the bench.
Permission for you to get close
Is
enough for
this-
me to strike you.
Oh, strike that.
Are we in court right now?
Wake up. Bill, wake up.
Huh?
It's Sarah.
Sarah. Oh my God. I had the craziest dream.
Don't move. Don't move. You took my electric bike for a spin and wrecked it.
Oh. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm just as long as you're okay.
Is the bike okay?
It's really scratched up.
Oh my God. Did
Did what?
is anyone mad at me about anything?
For what?
I don't know, for taking your bike and wrecking it, I guess.
Well, I'm not mad at you. I saw it happen.
Police.
Someone's knocking on the street.
I guess someone's walking on the street.
Yes.
It's the-
I'm
Oh,
the
he's
police.
no, he's in their car. He's trying to get us.
Oh,
to
can you-
open
you
the
have
door.
to-
What? And I think my keys are out there.
Let's go.
Oh.
Let's just keep
Yes,
walking.
let's go.
Let's
I
just
think I
keep
dropped my
walking.
keys outside
Let's just
the
keep
car.
walking. I
That's
don't
not
trust
how
him.
cars work.
I think I dropped my keys outside
I don't
the car.
trust him. I don't trust him.
He has a
Please
car.
help me.
He has a car like my apartment.
Please help me.
I don't trust him. Yeah, exactly.
I have to lock it from the inside.
I know you. You told me about it.
It's creepy. for
Let's
some
go out
people to come
tonight.
over.
You gonna come to my concert still?
Yes, absolutely. Reverse jewel. So like a rock or a garnet.
And we just kind of fade into the distance as we chat. Oh, so that's not. What do you
Okay.
like? That's what do you think about it? Scene.
There you go. Nice.
Nice.
Lots going on there. So Bill didn't steal?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm confused. Did Bill?
No, I think he got away with it.
I think he got away with
Got
it.
away
this
with
time.
it.
yeah.
We've reached the part of the show, Taz and Ryan, where we are going to vet and talk about all of the things that have been added to the town, whose motto, by the way, is
Never shall we know where the legs do meet. So starting at the very top, the obvious one, Yeast Meets West.
In.
so in.
I'm so voting
really
yes
like
for
that.
Yeast Meets
There's
West.
a
love it
question
so
mark
much.
around its age. Mark, you said 30 to 50. I think we kind of go in the 50
I
zone.
think
Yeah.
old as possible.
Yeah.
I think it's been there forever.
It's beloved,
Yes.
although there's a little bit of a change at foot there.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. I kind of was
Yeah.
like derailing the belovedness by saying that this evil kid.
Well, it wasn't just you. I like that. I
Yeah.
We
like
never
that.
saw the kid.
We
so-
never. But
Yeah.
that's-
But we saw the machine.
We
So
saw the
that's a
and we saw
machine.
the singing baker, who I think is the beloved part of
I
it.
think so
Right.
too.
Right.
I feel like he maybe just like upgraded because it just made sense.
I like that better.
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
like, it's time. I'm working in the back all this time. I need help up front.
It makes me more the villain too.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Great. So, and we never even
Bill.
heard this person.
No, but the singing baker, that brings us to singing baker. I'd like to think he stays.
Absolutely.
He's the owner, maybe.
I think it could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or a longtime employee,
A long-time
like been
employee, yeah.
there, for 40 years or something. like
Exactly.
that.
he's
Yeah.
peripheral, but he might.
And
come back.
bakers,
Yeah.
that's a trade. You got to learn. If you're a baker, that's a skilled profession.
Totally.
What I think is maybe not as much canon. I'm really jumping ahead here, which I
Go,
don't
I love
usually
that.
do.
I love it.
This uncle, the junkle and
So
crime
Cocaine uncle?
guy
yeah,
and son.
I mean the locomotive. I think stays.
Locomotive
I don't
stays.
think we need.
We
to,
don't need those characters.
Those characters were just like
Yeah.
soaping the locomotive.
Stye Sturgeon. Principled?
Stye Sturgeon Principled. I think
Is
should
he
stay.
living in the train?
I don't know about that.
Well, here's where we go. So the train, the Gray Gecko. I love that
Great.
offer.
Great name.
The Gray Gecko is perfect
Great
name for a
name.
train.
Perfect
Thank
name.
you,
The Great
Mark.
Gecko. Good job.
Obviously, it's there as that commemorates the last train robbery by Stye Sturgeon Principled. This may not be the train that he robbed, but I guess the real question this gets into
Yeah.
the world of fantasy.
he
yeah.
does. He's not alive.
Is he still alive?
I would vote no, but I would vote yes for the name.
Right.
I love
I like the
Stye.
name.
Do you have any other supernatural character?
Well, no.
No.
Not
Right, then
really.
maybe you want to stay away from that.
I mean, I also maybe that character could be there, claiming to be.
Yeah.
Not bad. Let's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Claiming to be and running around. That's cool.
That's
I like
but
that.
I'm in love with the name. It does sound vaguely like what an old timey bank robber's name would be, or train robber's name, like Stye Sturgeon Principled. It's and what's the story of that name? 'Cause
I love it.
I earned my name.
Yeah.
Well, and I also love the voiceover. The talking plaque.
Yes.
I like that there might be more of that. There might be a local museum that
Oh,
goes into
yeah.
a bit more detail. There.
So I'm willing to put that character as a maybe. He's
Yeah.
not Stye Sturgeon Principled, but he claims to be and is running around and lives in the train.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like a weird little
Yeah.
hermit or troll. Or,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree.
Obsessed with it.
I agree. I think he's not. I think we all know he's not Stye Sturgeon Principled, but he's
Great.
He's
around.
he's there.
He's a person.
So the idea of fantastical and fantasy and magic, people living to 155 years,
Hasn't not
still
yet.
still not happening.
still not
yet.
happening
Not
in our
yet.
town.
Not yet.
So I'm jumping back now.
Keep it clean.
I love the idea of this independent checkout robot thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just that something like this exists and it's not very good and it has bad
It's broken
language.
immediately.
But then it also used its brokenness to trick him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was like, oh, actually, no.
Actually, the way.
And
Is
then
it
the culprit-
sentient?
I mean, it's not sentient.
So we can't have it, but we could. But I mean, that's closer to reality, though. I mean,
Yeah, I
so-
feel like that's more in our wheelhouse of
AI.
fantasy, that this little robot is maybe tasting sentience.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Captain in town.
Captain's in.
Captain's
I like the
in.
captain, especially 'cause where it came from.
He's a land baron.
I like it because he's a sea captain who's a landlord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really great.
I love that.
It's very.
The neighbor and son, or the building manager, Sallow and
Sallow.
Gunny.
I love
I
their
can take it. I
names.
love their names,
I
but
love their
you know.
names.
I mean, then we love their names. They're in.
They're in.
They're in.
They're
Yeah.
in.
They're in.
Rufus the
Rufus the pigeon.
Rufus 100%.
Rufus the pigeon.
Well, I think Bill stays.
Bill needs
Bill Harris stays.
everything.
Harris.
Bill does. Bill stays.
Yeah.
stays.
So the Rufus.
Bill raises pigeons.
I'd
Yeah.
like to hear more about his shaming at some point. I think the shaming does come at some
Yeah,
point.
I think so
But
too.
it maybe hasn't happened yet. Sarah, a local, dreamer, musician. We've learned. I think that
The opposite of Jewel
she stays. The opposite of Jewel.
Potential love interest to
to Bill.
To Bill. I mean, that kind of covers it for me. I don't think I'm missing anything else.
Does this mean I'm recurring?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Oh,
I think we're
absolutely.
gonna have you back.
You're very much
I
recurring.
think the only people that are moving to Shametown, the neighboring town where all of our cast offs go, is this Uncle Junkle.
Yeah,
son.
those three characters definitely go to Shametown.
Yeah, and
The kid who yells, "You're fucked," at his
Yeah,
father.
crimes in pants. And
The
whatnot.
father is criminally as fucked.
yeah, and then my uncle character wasn't that rounded at all anyway. So it's all.
But that's
I think-
fun. It's fun to populate Shametown.
Okay, I think that's everything. That was a really great.
Oh,
a really
stellar
great,
episode.
stellar
Taz.
Is
episode.
Shametown gonna be an offshoot?
Well, we originally were calling it Taz Town,
Oh,
but it's where all the bad unvoted on things go, and then now we'll eventually have to visit it.
and that'll be a spinoff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hosted by you.
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
cool.
Hosted by that kid.
Sounds recurring.
Hi, you're fucked.
Fuck.
Shametown.
Taz, thank you so much for joining
Yeah,
us,
thanks for having me.
and thank you all for listening to the Town Show. I'm Mark.
I'm Ryan.
That's Chris, and that was Taz.
That is me.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming. See you next time.
Bye.
You don't wave. You don't need to.
Do you have an idea for the Town Show? Then please email us at thetownshow@kellykelly.ca with all your ideas, good or bad, and they might end up on the Town Show.